Kemba Walker, step back, Walker, cardiac Kemba does it again.
Ubilis, 7 seconds to go. Three-pointer.
Oh! Hutchins! Double order!
Again, comes down to fundamentals.
Oh! My goodness! Sorrentine hit that one from the parking lot.
Watford for the win.
Yes! Yes!
Trip to the Sweet 16. Caney's got it. Rises up. The shot. And it's good! It's good!
From the corner! And it's over! Gonzaga! The slipper still fits! Ha ha! College basketball!
Gentlemen, we're back. Monster Saturdays. That was a pretty damn good day overall for us. So we'll see how Monday shapes up. Houston's only up 5 right now, so they got some serious work to do in the second half here. But how are you guys doing otherwise?
Yeah, you hit it on the coffin, a nail in the coffin. Saturday was honestly one of my better gambling days overall. Definitely this year almost. So it was a fun day. But other than that, kind of just been right at the hump of 500.
Yep, Saturday was a good day. I think it was a good day for all of us. At least we were all up on the day for sure. Sunday didn't have a lot of plays, but I was probably hovering around right on even, maybe a little bit below. Probably, I think I was maybe one below 500. And then today, depending on Houston, that'll kind of teeter me whether I'm up or I'm down a little bit, but kind of just hovering.
Yeah, Sunday was not a good day for me, but those Allen and or Lazard and Adams touchdowns really helped. But yeah, new day. Badgers got home. We battled that one, Huff.
I battled with you or against you too.
Hate to see it. Faded me. How dare you guys?
When you fade my let's talk about this because you faded my 5-unit max on Kentucky. And that hit, so we should be talking about that while I'm watching WWE Monday Night Raw and basketball and cutting a promo on your ass for Kentucky. And I hate to say that because I'm an IU fan. That rivalry's coming back next year. But screw that. That was a destiny win, just like how Florida probably wins tomorrow as well, too.
Yeah, no, I wasn't full fading. We were pretty damn close to both hitting. If they only missed 10 free throws instead of 13. We both get home on that, but good win. It was a hell of a game. It was early contender for game of the year.
I think Saturday was one of my best days. I'm just not going to tout about it on Twitter as much as I do. I mean, I spend all our time on here and studying. I mean, it was great.
That was a hell of a way to start a sweaty Saturday.
I thought it was noon even when we did the show, and I'm like, "Fuck, it's 11." I was like,
you didn't even need coffee.
No,
you're good.
11 a.m. Yeah. And they start off down 13. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, I was feeling pretty good at that point. I was like, all right, we're rolling. But I can't give up. They gave up a total of like 36-0 in runs to Kentucky that game. So
and we all said we should have just kept hitting that over in the whole game. I just wanted to be like,
I know.
Dude,
I even looked at it one time. It was like 200.5, and I was like, shit, I should have probably just hit it, and that would have hit too.
Yeah.
206 points. Yeah, hell of a game. Early contender for game of the year. Easily. That was a great game.
Also, I saw Denzer's comment from earlier. He's getting surgery tonight. But yeah, we'll definitely do the favorite picks, but sitting in my thoughts and
Denzer. Yeah. Careful, man. And thoughts and prayers for your surgery to go well. We'll all put our favorite plays at the end of the show, so if you just want to go to that too, that works.
Absolutely, yeah. Good luck with that surgery, dude. Those are never fun. Sounds like Mason's recovering from his too. Best of luck to you there. Hopefully, nothing too serious. But if you're gonna have a surgery, now's the time to do it with all the college basketball rolling on for recovery. So now's as good a time as any.
Best time to do it is like second weekend of March or second Friday of March.
Yep.
You got to work for a couple weeks. You get all of the conference tournaments. Watch it all during the week. Get it going into the first week of March Madness.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's the best time. I mean, you got fucking 4 days of nonstop hoops for 12 to 14 hours, whatever. So, yeah, I guess if you're gonna fuck yourself up, do it around then. But
That's why
us
Saturday
people-
was so awesome. I just stayed inside and rotted all day on the couch. It's the best. I mean, you just rot for
Yep.
like 12 hours. And then you got Hawaii on. Hawaii's a home game. You definitely got 12 to 14 hours of basketball.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, the Hawaii game was beautiful.
I had no choice.
great.
I had no choice but to rot because of the blizzard-like conditions that everybody was freaking out about here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sprued across the Midwest. We got about 10 inches or so. But I went to the gym today. I got out of the house. It ain't nothing. The snow ain't nothing. Weak. Right, Trevor. Weak ass shit. Everyone's worried about the snow. Everyone needs to live in the Midwest for a little bit, or at least a snowy place, and figure out how to drive in this shit. Otherwise, don't move to somewhere that's snowy.
Speaking of that, I was watching that South Florida Wichita State game. South Florida left this morning at 3 a.m. their time. No, sorry, they left yesterday. Let me get this straight. Yeah, yesterday at 3 a.m. to get in because they had to wait because of the weather and stuff. Didn't get in, and then was able to get up early this morning. Friggin' had to. It was like I guess they had a good shoot around, and I'm like, dude, that would have been like auto fade for me. It was
The
like,
planes aren't working. I mean, those
like 3 a.m. the night before.
plane pregame is not the fade anymore. Yeah, like
Yeah, I'm just like,
Auburn.
good God.
these teams are getting up for those spots, kind of.
Yep.
And they're college kids. They fucking can wake up sleep for 4 hours, hit a bong, go to class, watch Price is Right, fucking whatever. All right, let's go play.
It's true.
Yeah, we got nothing in here in Wisconsin. We're dry, so I guess I'm not gonna really complain too much about it. But sure, we'll get smacked at some point here. But shall we hop into tomorrow?
Let's do it. Standalone game at 3 p.m.
We do. NC Central and Morgan State got moved to tomorrow, so we got a 3-4, whatever.
This fucking Central shit's annoying.
Sorry.
I mean, yeah. Enough of it.
It's the best time zone. Sorry, I should just get to it.
Enough of it. We already were. Indiana already was one. They moved to Eastern time like when I was like 5 or 6.
It's your problem, not mine.
Well,
I
yeah.
enjoy Central here.
But most people and most TV shows go off the Eastern time zone, so that's what we should stick to. And what the
10-9 Central. I'll just
the
go like
slate-
10-9 Central.
What did your Ken Palm say? What did your Ken Palm say?
For Eastern.
Exactly. That's what I thought.
Yeah. Ken Pound doesn't know what he's talking about. All right, I am going to look to get in on this Ohio State game at some point because Minnesota will run out of gas. That's just what they do. So hopefully they can score a bucket or two. We can get a little cheaper, but it's 5 live right now. So essentially pregame spread right now. But otherwise, Elliot, I know you had a play for the NC Central Morgan State game. So why don't you kick us off for that?
Yeah, I just think I've got NC Central. I think I got it 3.5 is what I'm seeing right now, and I'm on NC Central bounce back after the loss to Coppin State. I think I've always liked Lavelle Moten as a coach. I think he gets his team up in this spot. They haven't been as impressive this year. They've kind of struggled to kind of find a real identity, but I really like in this spot for them to bounce back, even though it's a second back-to-back of on the road. I just think that it's a good situation, good situational spot to back them laying a short number on the road, especially 3 p.m. game. It was a rescheduled game, so probably not going to be a lot of people there. So you can almost think of it like that too. There's not going to be a lot of crowd advantage there. But
yeah, I don't hate it. I mean, Morgan State's terrible. Their 2 D1 wins are Campbell and NJIT. So coming off of 3 straight losses, I know they got to get a win eventually at some point, but they're bad. I mean, they struggle to score. They give up points. North Carolina Central, decent offensive team. I mean, they can put up some points. They play a fair amount of defense. Morgan State did beat them twice last year, so a little bit of a revenge factor too. So I will lay the was it 3.5, 3 or whatever for
Yeah, I got 3.5 right now.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'll lay the 3.5 with NC Central in a standalone spot.
I'll tend to agree with you. I'll go ahead and agree with you guys there on that. Got to bet the standalone spot. I'm kind of looking at the over as well too, just to the fact that both defenses are atrocious and defensive possession length is just low. I think NC Central will have to match Morgan State's little. I mean, just a tad bit faster pace. We're only talking seconds here, but those seconds are vital for this. So yeah, I like your minus 3.5 to start the day, and I'd even give out maybe the over NC Central team total, and I think this is going to be like an 80 to 80 something game.
Yeah, I don't hate that team total look either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's not a bad
I
spot.
like the spread better. I'm just kind of giving out a play more so as well too. Another angle.
They put up
Definitely like
they
the
put up
spread.
some points. They score about upper 70s to mid 80s per game. So I mean, somewhere around 79, 80. I wouldn't hate that too much.
Who the hell is Morgan State going to defend, right? The only thing I'd be
Yeah.
worried about is them just hitting shots. So
Yeah. What's going on, Crutch?
They both-
We'll accept your late slip today. No big deal, but good to have you here, buddy.
it's all right. You got your he's crutching on in here. He's on crutches. You got to give him a couple extra minutes to get to class. No, just kidding. Crutch, we need you. We need your expertise, man. We need your totals out here.
Seriously, we got 2 people having surgery, or 1 person having surgery, 1 person that had surgery, and then we got the crutches walking in.
Crutch,
We're a fucking hospital over here.
Crutch is my dude. And even though he's an ND fan, he's gearing up for Thursday. That's for sure.
Oh, Notre Dame?
Yeah, Crutch, I think
Mm.
I'm pretty sure Crutch is a Notre Dame fan.
Okay. Nice cover. You guys blew that game Saturday, but still a nice cover against North Carolina.
That was a bullshit no call, but still, the +6 was very nice, and I wasn't even worried about it actually at all ever.
He's probably more worried about the college football playoff right now than basketball.
Yeah, that's what I'm
The
talking about.
Matalaco and the Fighting Irish.
Not beating a lowly team like fucking North Carolina. They suck this year.
Yeah, they're terrible. Next we got St. John's heads to Xavier.
Oh,
St. John's off the game they never were covering, and then all of a sudden 5 seconds left, 7 seconds left. Simeon Welcher decides to go 2002 NBA dunk contest and
can
absolutely
we pull that up on here? Is that allowed? Or we gotta get the primo for that.
Pull it up on Twitter.
Holy
I can
fuck,
see if I can screen share.
that was fucking incredible.
Everybody,
The best part is you weren't even watching, or maybe
I looked
you were
I
working.
looked
I was
down on
like-
my phone for like 2 seconds, and then you're like,
I was
"Oh
like,
my god!"
I mean, at least they had no business to cover that number whatsoever. Like they were, you know what I mean? Like it wasn't like they were covering the entire game, and then but like at least they were no covering. But the fact that like he like did a bounce pass to himself and then caught it and then completely missed the rim. He like on the wrong side of the rim. I was like, what the hell is it? What? I literally screamed your name, Trevor. I was like, oh my god, Trevor! And then he missed it. I was like, oh my god. I knew you were gonna go crazy.
you said when you said he missed the dunk, I was just envisioning just like a fast break dunk after a steal at the end. But I did not. As soon as he tweeted that out, I was like, oh my.
And there was no one in the vicinity.
No.
No one in
I
the
got it.
vicinity
I
to
got
go
it
get
right
the
here.
inbound of the ball.
Oh
I
god.
got
Let's
it
go.
right here. See if I can. Is it showing?
It's
it's
showing,
showing.
but can you full screen it?
You gotta restart it too.
I don't
For
think
the
he ever
minus
catches it.
11. Oh,
Yeah.
he just missed it. He missed the whole rim.
He never even catches it. It just like
Yeah,
goes
yeah,
through his
yeah.
hand.
Yeah, he like Dwight Howard it, Superman dunk. Look, and then they got to inbound the ball again.
Yeah, it was brutal. So all of a sudden you go from dead to miracle cover to instantly dead again too. So that was fun. But yeah, I mean, still a game St. John should have. When Butler starts 2 of 16 or 17 from the floor, you should be up fucking double digits at least. And it was a brick fest. A lot of that game, that first half was a bricklaying convention. But what's going on, Chad? Good to have you here. Yeah, does the Lions sing Xavier? It does.
I know. That's
But-
awesome.
What up, Chad G?
But haven't the Xavier lines stunk recently anyway? A little bit.
I mean, everything. I mean, for the reason why I bet this fucking sport is for the spots, and all in my life, I want to take St. John's just because they're the better team, and I freaking hate betting this fucking Xavier team. I hate betting this Xavier team, but this probably feels like Xavier. I'm with Crutch.
Yeah, I mean, St. John's went to Providence. No Bryce Hopkins, got out of there by 2. Went to Creighton, lost by 1. Now you have an uber desperate Xavier team that needs a win bad, like air.
Fremantle
I'd be
actually
more.
looked pretty decent too.
Yeah, and Fremantle's back.
I was impressed
I-
with how well he looked.
I was under the assumption he was out
I did,
for a while,
me
and then
too.
he was just back. So
Xavier
I
kinda
was
stink.
inclined to play Xavier. No,
They
Xavier
kinda-
does stink.
They just kind of suck. I'm hoping the Cintas Center brings some magic for this, and it's just the travel spot. But Xavier may go on my DNB. They already damn near were, but now with the spot, it's just. I mean, here we are.
Yeah, and then you got Villanova on deck for St. John's as well,
Yeah,
at
good
home
game.
on Saturday. So they always tend to get up on the Villanova
Yep.
spot. So I think it's Xavier. But-
Yeah, I'm gonna play Xavier on the money line. I'm gonna hold off and see where it gets to, just because maybe it goes up to 2 to somewhere around 3. But I'm not even gonna take the points. Or I may take the points if it gets up to like 2.5, 3. But they just need to win. Like they can't afford to be dicking around and losing any more games, especially when you're at home and you got a big one coming in. So, and they lost to Marquette by 2. After down like 16. So it's got to be a Xavier spot in my opinion.
Everything in my power wants me to take St. John's just because they're the better team, but that's not how we bet these kind of conference games. So yeah, I'm with you. Ugh.
3-1 St. John's, 1-3 Xavier. I mean,
This is kind of a home and away series too, other than St. John's stealing one from Xavier, but for the most part, it's kind of a home and away kind of series with these two.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. I agree. So I guess begrudgingly give me
Ugh.
the Xavier team, but it's not nowhere near my favorite for the day, that's for sure.
no.
Holy shit, Houston's up 18.
18,
What
yeah.
the hell just happened?
I was about to-
What just happened? It was 26 to 29. What the fuck? This isn't a typo?
Nope. No, it's right. It's correct. I was just about to announce that for you. to
Holy
notice.
shit. Wow. Okay. That's Houston for you. Okay. All
Yeah,
right,
if they
that's
get-
awesome.
If they hit like 4 or 5 shots in a row, they can go on a 13-14-0 run quick because they'll get 4 or 5 stops in a row all the fucking time.
Yep.
Yeah, I love Houston. I'm so glad I'm glad I bet them, even if they don't end up covering. I fucking love them. Now they're only up 15.
Oh, hate to see it.
Once you said that, they're up
I'm
15.
streaming, so I might be a little behind.
We'll just let it be. We won't even talk about it because we weren't
Oh,
talking about it.
they're up 15 because he missed the free throw and they got a rebound on Houston. Interesting. Anywho, yeah, next game, Arizona heads to West Virginia. Is West Virginia going to win the Big 12?
I hope so.
I
Somebody
mean,
other than Kansas.
oh, this is a rematch. They played
Yeah, they
Arizona
were-
twice this year. I forgot
They already
about that.
they played in the where were they at? Were they at Atlantis? Battle for Atlantis.
Atlantis.
The Bahamas.
Yeah, the Bahamas. Yeah, they were. They already played. Which is kind
John
of
Small is carrying this team big time. And this guy, 24, 13, 19, 27, 12, 26. Last time they played Arizona, he had 14, but he had 8 assists, 3 boards.
But you also got
No Tucker.
last time with last time they played Arizona, they had Tucker, so he's definitely had he's had to pick up the scoring since Tucker's been out.
this is also a terrible travel spot for Arizona. You
Well,
go
they just went to Cincinnati. They probably stayed.
Yeah.
for a whole week.
No. They
A
just
week?
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
Saturday.
I'm looking in. Never mind. I was looking at the wrong fucking dates. Yeah. Just kidding.
They probably just stayed
Well-
at some fucking Holiday Inn and whatever, and
Yeah.
now they went across Southern Ohio for a couple
The
days.
Greenbrier. Yeah, I mean, with Cincinnati plays physical. I mean, that was just a war they played, and then now you're gonna go play West Virginia. It's a tough place to play. I mean, and they're good, so I mean, that place is gonna be rocking for sure. I mean, they've got guys doing everything, and Arizona just. I don't know if they can back up a Cincinnati win with a win at West Virginia too after that game.
Well, they're already five. Then they're four. Arizona's won 4 wins in a row. West Virginia hasn't lost since Thanksgiving. So
Yeah. Arizona, Georgetown, and Kansas on the road in there, and then dismantled Oklahoma State.
They're getting 2.5 points.
we're getting to, which is like kind of interesting, I think, as well.
I thought
Yeah.
that one was a little weird.
It's a little odd.
I'm gonna write down West Virginia. This is one I'm gonna. I took the other two. I'm gonna write down West Virginia and hope for the best, and maybe end up betting them tomorrow. But I need a night of sleep on this, and maybe some TCE consultation, and also just like I said, a night of sleep. One of those bets.
Yeah, you guys do bring up a good point with them catching points. Maybe this is the spot where
But-
people are just taking them outright, and then they finally lose a game, which it's you've won for a month and a half straight. So I mean, it's not going to be a bad loss to lose one, but losing at home is never good though.
No.
It just seems though that like maybe Arizona isn't that good. Like talk about fool's gold. They kind of always are, in my opinion. And they go back to home, have UCF and Baylor, so they may be wanting to get the hell out of there. I mean, the spots West Virginia, just the line's kind of weird, but I'll write down West Virginia. And maybe
Yeah. If the line stays around the same that it is, I'll probably go West Virginia money line. And if they end up losing by 2 or 1, so be it. But because like you said, Trevor, it's a home game. In the Big 12 play, you don't want to drop your home game. They already stole a game against KU. So the last thing they want to do is they don't want to drop a game at home and lose that one up that they already got in the conference.
Fuck it, I'm betting West Virginia. Let's do it.
Yeah, I think it's got to be West Virginia here. I mean,
And Tucker is out for sure.
I believe he's out for season.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's just weird because everything I say says game time decision the last twice.
Oh, so he's not out for season.
So it said he was listed as game time decision for the Big 12 opener against KU, but now he will instead miss 4 straight game with upper body injury. And then it says remains out versus Oklahoma State. But at the same time, it's like they could just say he's game time decision and not play him the whole rest of the season.
Some positive news on the injury front on the West Virginia Mountaineers. I think everybody is getting closer. We're doing everything we can to get everybody back on the floor as soon as possible. He was asked to follow up and just smiled once again. I think everybody's getting closer. I bet he plays tomorrow.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, West Virginia men's basketball tweeted December 10th. Tucker Rodriguez will be sidelined indefinitely with an upper body injury.
Yeah.
So is indefinitely different than season? I
And
guess.
definitely just means that like they don't know the amount of time. We'll just leave the we don't know the amount of time. It's just a long amount of time.
Usually, what they do is on those
period.
indefinitely ones is they don't know how he's going to respond to whatever course of treatment that they're going to be giving him, and so depending on how he responds will kind of depend on when he can return and how well he can progress back.
Or like when someone gets suspended, they're out indefinitely because they don't know how many games that your punishment, or they're doing an investigation, shit like that.
A lot of times, if somebody breaks their wrist or breaks their thumb or something like that, usually typical time, as long as it's just like your standard kind of fracture, it'll take 4 weeks to heal. So then they put that 4 to 6 week kind of thing on. If it's more of like a soft tissue injury, which I'm assuming is kind of in his regard, then it's kind of like, okay, how does your body respond to treatment? And also, how can you progress? How can you get back into practice and then kind of slowly progress back into, game type situations. So I'm just curious. I wish they would tell me what the injury was.
Yeah, I think I guess I won't say his name. I think we all know who we're talking about, but I won't say it just because I don't know if he publicly said anything about this. But it was something with his shoulder or whatever, because he had shoulder surgery and then he did something to it. So he was told that it was something to do with like his shoulder.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, if you know who is involved or is a big West Virginia fan, you might know who kind of mentioned that. But that's what I was told when it happened. So
Gotcha.
we'll see what happens. But yeah, West Virginia for me here too. I don't want to bet on Caleb Love on the road. Just hucking threes all game. So West Virginia sounds like for all of us.
Is Cincinnati not that good either?
No.
Yeah, Crutch, that Cam Rising.
Because as much as I wanted to say that on Saturday, they didn't look good, obviously, but like Arizona was kind of in a desperate must-win spot there almost. Like that was the road win that if they lose against Cincinnati, I'd take them against West Virginia.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
They had to win one of these games. That's why I think them winning. I think they dropped this one against West Virginia. I think they're happy with a 1-1 split going home.
Yep. Yeah, I'm with you. West Virginia. We'll see where the points get up to. Otherwise, I'll just take money line. But side note, I'm hoping Minnesota scores a bucket or two here, and I'm going to hop in on Ohio State. It's 3 live. They're up 1. If we can get Minnesota to score like a triple or something, maybe we'll get a 1.5, and I will gladly hop in on that. For that, they're going to run out of gas. It's just what Minnesota does. So next game of the day. What's that?
They're only 3.5 right now, right?
It was 5, yeah. So I'm hoping Minnesota scores kind of coming out of this break. We can.
Ohio State's it's 2.5 live right now for me.
Oh, I'm seeing 3. But,
2.5 kind of juice, but it's 45-44.
Yeah. Yeah, if it gets down to like 2.5, that's
Telling
probably
you,
where I'd want to hop in.
Ohio State sucks. Every team should be able to drill Minnesota. But like I'm with you. I want to bet it.
It's hard
to I won't take them pre-flop. I did not want to take them pre-flop.
It's hard at the barn, man. It's hard at the barn to play. Even no matter how bad they suck, it's hard to play at the barn. I mean, look at people when they.
I mean, not like student section wise, maybe unless it's like a big game, but like
just a weird court because it's elevated.
Weird court, like the sight lines are all messed up, and
exactly.
Yeah, who wants
Not
to
like
pull their ACL going off the bench? I hate the fucking court that's below the bench below the court. That pisses me off.
Yeah. Next we have game of the day though. Tennessee heads to Florida. Tennessee's laying 2. I'm seeing. Wrong team favored. Tennessee's going to drop a game, man. They're not going undefeated, and you're getting Florida off of a loss. This feels like a Florida fucking spot, man. Those guards, they got guys down low. They crash the glass. Crutch is screaming under.
Did you say balls are laying 2?
Yeah, balls are getting 2, catching 2.
Oh wait, are they? Am I seeing this wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah. Never mind.
-2.
Well, give me the 2. I'll take the 2. If it's 2.5, I might just look to the money line.
So definitely not wrong team favored. Right team favored.
There we go. Yeah. I was mistaken on that, but yeah, give me the Gators to respond after that hard fought loss. I mean, they did expend a lot of energy, a lot of shot making in Kentucky, but they need this game. They need this game. Big win against an SEC team. Tennessee's got to lose eventually. Hit the road. Where has Tennessee gone on the road? Illinois, they won at the buzzer because nobody played defense. Then they smoked Louisville. So, yeah, they got Texas on deck too. They're going to lose one of these 2. I'm going to bet Florida. If they beat Florida, they're losing to Texas. And shut up, cat. God damn.
That's a cat? Sounds like a dog.
I thought it was a squeaky chair.
No, it's a fucking cat. Fucking 16-year-old cat.
16? Damn.
Yeah. All right. Ohio State -1. I'm in.
Oh, God.
I'm in.
All right, I'm taking the Gophers.
Do it. At your own peril.
Hey, don't do -1.
Why?
Do money line. It's coming.
Too late. It's already put it in.
Okay.
Yeah, I probably should have just paid the 125 juice, but
Houston's so
whatever.
too. Once Houston gets their big lead, they're like, let's just take it off.
Penny, are we talking about price on the money line, or are we talking about when I would take him for the spread with Tennessee? He's asking about what price does Tennessee become an intriguing
Dog.
spot to take? Yeah.
Well, I bet it won't go up past 120 plus 120 by any means. That's what makes me like. I'm going to give out Florida as my pick here, just because the Hoosiers 1976 will be the last remaining undefeated team, but that's what I'm rooting for tomorrow. So go Gators. Trevor ain't fading the Florida Gators, or he ain't taking the Florida. He's taking the Florida Gators. I'm telling you, it's a spot. Someone's got to lose. It's Tennessee. But this is like where I want to take a live bet to it, because I guarantee we can get Florida plus money as well too. But I'll give out Florida as well, and probably take it on the money line. A little juicy, but maybe double down again in the spot. Someone's got to lose once, and I think they beat Texas next week off the response, or on Saturday off the response as well too. And they probably don't lose another game until they go to the jungle as well.
Yeah. They'll smoke Texas if they lose tomorrow, or win. Yeah, if they lose tomorrow, and if they win, Texas is going to get them. So
yeah, I'd say if it's 2, 1.5, 2, I'm taking probably Florida with the spread, and then if it becomes higher than that, I'll take a money line just to kind of eliminate some backdoor BS, hopefully. And then in terms of the money line price for Tennessee, probably for me would be like plus 150 is when I'd probably be a little bit more intrigued. But I don't like Huffer said, I don't think it's going to get that high. But if it got to 1.5 times your money, I think that might be a solid bet, because then what you could do is you could hope that Tennessee jumps out ahead of time, and then hit Florida at plus 150 on the backside and cover your money.
That's exactly what I'm taking Florida pre-flop, but I'm going to do that. You saw that in the Kentucky game. Kentucky got up to fucking plus like 250 live because they were down 13. Yep. And their first half money line, I was staring at it, was like plus 450. And I wish I took them like plus 6.5 or whatever. But like that's the spots that you can like see. But live betting in general, you don't really have like a good EV on that. Like it's even tougher than pre-flop betting. But I think in a pick'em, you're in this sport, you're safe to hedge on that. So like we might as well take Florida and then see if there's a live spot as well too. Yep. To double dip.
That was
a double dip spot.
That was my thing where I think my exact handicap on that first game, I didn't really take anything for that Kentucky Florida game, but I basically was like, what I'm going to do is Florida's going to jump out early, and I'm going to hit Kentucky money line when they get plus money, and that's exactly what I did. I think I got them. I should have waited a little bit, but I think I ended up getting them like plus 150. And then after that, it was a pretty easy ride. Got a little sweaty for a couple of times, but
I was doing the Dave Portnoy stance a couple times, but yeah, it was good. I mean, I was like crisscross applesauce. I'm like everyone's making fun of the dude. Like, have you ever fucking had a big wager on a game before? Yeah.
Yeah.
My wife's like, well, Kentucky do really well. I'm like, well, fucking watch a college basketball game. You'll see it's a 12-point game, and then boom, and then she's like, whoa, she was amazed. So it was awesome. It was a fun day.
Game of runs.
Yeah, game of runs. I expect the game of runs here. Maybe not as much as we saw though. Tennessee, they need to try to control the pace here. Both defenses are super stout, but both efficient scorers. So yeah, the total I expected to be higher. So I kind of like Crutch's angle in the chat as well too, saying under.
Yeah.
But yeah, go Gators and go Hoosiers for their living in the past 1976 undefeated team with Scott May. But hey, the Dolphins do it all the time too for the NFL.
Yep. You can also look at Chaz Lanier props. That would be another thing that you could look at leading up to the game. Chaz Lanier props. I think Florida, obviously, as you could say, they gave up 106 points. They're going to give up points. So if Tennessee's going to score, Lanier might be one of those guys to put it in the bucket quite often.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna argue that either. I mean, he's fucking good. I mean, he's the new Dalton Connect for him. So,
Yep.
All right. Next, Clemson heads to Louisville. Louisville, I mean, starting to look good. Beat Florida State, North Carolina, whooped Virginia. Clemson, you know, their losses are Boise on the road, Memphis, and South Carolina. South Carolina on the road, Memphis they lost OT at home. So this could be might be a little tough for them. I mean, Louisville's starting to play good, but I mean, Clemson is just so much better, in my opinion. And this is a big ACC game. What happened last year? I mean, they beat. Louisville was horrible the last couple of years, so it is what it is. But I mean, I don't see how they really stop Shefflin much. I mean, Hunter's been a monster too, but I mean, Hepburn's also been really fucking good. Could this just be an over game potentially? You know, like some points are going to be happening in this game. It's 145.5.
I see one. Yeah, I see 144. It opened at 147. Interesting.
Yeah, Louisville's laying 4. Compound's got it 1. What did this open at?
It opened
at
4.
It's a half point off. We needed at least pick them or 4.5. Or 4.5.
Yeah.
I just feel like I always take home teams in the winter, and it works. But I do think Clemson's the overall better team here.
Yeah,
I will say Clemson on the road. You know, they lost to South Carolina on the road. They did beat Miami, but Miami is a freaking quad 3, almost quad 4 fucking team now. And other than that, that was their only game that they won on the road was at Miami. That'd be my only concern with laying the point or with taking Clemson. But you're getting 4.5, so
yeah.
I don't know. I'm probably laying off of this game. I'm not gonna bet it, but if I was gonna pick it, I would take Louisville the points or Louisville laying the number.
Yeah, you do have a point with those road games. I mean, Miami, big deal. They pulled away late in that game too. They were. Yeah. It was like a 1-possession game with like 2-3 minutes left. Yeah, you do got a point there. Maybe this is a nice spot for Louisville. Maybe the 4 is pretty telling here, especially that it opened there and it didn't. I think it steamed up to 4. So, I'm with you. I would say I'll take Louisville. I'm not gonna bet it. But I'll write it down. You know, it's intriguing. Maybe we get some buyback on Clemson and we can catch Louisville at 2.5, 3.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write it down. No bet for me, but I'll battle you guys. Fuck it. I just think Clemson's better, but I'm gonna keep an eye on that. I like the home spot. Louisville, both teams are super hot right now. I mean, Clemson, given that off their loss, beat Wake Forest, Stanford, and Cal. I don't expect Clemson to win this game, but hopefully they hang in there. And Louisville has some type of hangover. But Kelsey's been getting these guys up for home. It's the only thing. So no bet for me as of right now, though. And I do like your over angle. I think that might be the play too. I'm just gonna write that down and maybe circle that over instead of the Clemson +4.
Yeah, I mean let's not act like Louisville's a defensive dominant team. I mean, no. 76 to Florida State, 76 to Eastern Kentucky, 70 to North Carolina, which I guess that's pretty solid holding UNC to 70, but UTEP put up 74 on them.
I will say though, it's they are playing a lot better as of late after they had to adjust to Keyshawn Pryor being out for the season. So
after that Duke game, they really flipped it.
They really kind of adjusted and are playing better, more cohesive as a unit, which I think, especially on the home floor.
Yeah, Clemson plus 164. I mean,
I agree. I mean, I like Clemson. It's gonna be a no bet for me as of right now.
I think they're putting it that high to get you to bet it.
Yeah, I can see both angles in this
game.
Oh,
yeah, possession or two though. Yeah, that's why I'm
Half
with
for
you.
me.
Like I see the home team angle for sure, but I like the over too.
Pittsburgh heads to Duke. Duke is laying. What is Duke laying?
They're like 15 or something.
14.5. Did it get steamed up or did it open there?
I think it's like 14. I think that was like 15.
It opened 13.5 according to DraftKings. Man, how do you fade Duke? Feels a little. Like
Didn't they win? Didn't Pittsburgh win in Duke last year?
I was about to say that they just won in Duke
On a-
last year.
They had
on a
Duke team last year, though. I mean, can't really compare that team last year to this one. This is an entirely different team. They play so much differently. They're
Bro, you're assuming my angle when I say that. I'm saying,
I should have listened.
I'm saying like, is that like revenge? Is that like a revenge spot for John Shire? I mean, forget the fucking kids. Fuck the kids. Is John Shire pissed off that Pittsburgh just walked in and beat Duke on their home
Correct
floor?
me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't that when Capel was yelling at the student section after the win or something? There was
No,
some video.
yeah, it was Henson. It was Henson. or
Yeah.
whatever.
John Hens.
Yeah, it was Henson. After I think because he hit that three, and
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Duke was up like 8 or 12 points, and then Pittsburgh came back and won. I'm pretty sure that's how I remember that game. I just couldn't remember if it was Duke.
Yeah. Henson, that was when he jumped up on the
And Drew, is it Drew Henson? Yeah,
wasn't it Blake Henson? Blake
Henson. Yeah.
He jumped up on the scores table and was screaming at the student section.
Yeah.
I have to show you guys my favorite propaganda or Duke hate video.
Yeah, I remember that. That was
Yep,
awesome.
that game. Yeah. Okay, John. Yeah. Yep.
And now they're laying what 14.
Yeah.
And
I think it's a Duke
14
spot. I think it's a Duke smash, to be honest.
I'll write down Duke. I'm not betting it yet though.
I'm writing down Duke. I'm not betting it yet either. I'm gonna just kind of wait and see what the line does.
Pittsburgh's also won fucking 5 in a row, and then the last time they went on the road, they won at Virginia Tech. but
Fucking
come on.
got smoked.
Virginia Tech ain't anything. They won by 5.
Yeah.
Virginia Tech is awful. Somehow we willed ourselves that money line on that last Saturday. Everything was just going our way there, but
Couldn't
they're
believe that.
they're putrid to watch. I was watching them and I was like, I don't want to watch this anymore. They lose to Mississippi State by 30, basically. I don't know. This seems like a Pittsburgh lose by 18 to 24,
I can see it.
84 to 60.
Trying to see if I can pull this video up without having to log into my Twitter. Shit.
So we've kind of been together on our picks, other than Clemson, Louisville.
Yeah.
It's always a fun or a horrible thing. But either way, we either go down on the ship, or we're buying the ship. So,
That's right.
Oh, I can't pull this fucking video up. What the hell?
what are you trying to pull up?
Grambling's up 2 in overtime, Hover.
The Houston parlay is good. Oh, let me tell you a great angle on Sunday. UConn money line live plus fucking 150. Ugh. Some things are just magical in the air in college basketball.
Yeah, that was pretty nice. I'm glad I laid off, but man, they were getting kind of pounded by fucking Providence there for a bit. They were down like what, 12?
Oh, I sprinkled Connecticut money line. I got it at plus 112, but it was staring at me plus 150. And then I shared with you guys the tie I hit with IU Penn State at halftime. That was fun. It's always a good bet. Keep an eye on the live bets there if you have legal books. First half ties are always around plus 1,000. It's a pretty close game. It's kind of a little fun little dart to throw out. I've hit it a few times this year.
All right, I
Famously
got the
well.
video pulled up. My favorite, one of my favorite Duke hate videos. Just Duke shit on you videos. All right.
Hey Marty, what letter comes after K?
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, L.
Oh!
Bitch, are you dumb, stupid? Dominic Cannon with his drum. Pull up and send me roll up pump. Flow is skin. We going dumb. Bitch, I'm pump. I be tweaking, I be wobbling. I be stealing, I be robbing, I be looting. Your boyfriend dummy, get no money, bitch, he stupid. Oh, bitch, he stupid. Damn, homie. In high school, you was the man, homie. What the fuck happened to you? I'm just saying, homie. Now you smoking black and mild, smoking red, homie.
Right on the motherfucker, you said, nigga, 6
Tell him shut up, suck a dick. Tell him fuck him, I'm the shit.
That song was fucking horrible. Is that little
So
whatever?
terrible.
Is that 6ix9ine or whatever the fuck?
Yeah. So
God, that's
terrible.
fucking horrible.
With that video, every time.
Elliot literally had to log off from that song. That's how bad it was. He was like, "Are you kidding me?"
I remember that campaign. Big Cat just trying to kill Coach K in his career.
Also,
That was
Marty Mush. Guys.
I've got a fuck Marty. I've got one of those shirts they released. It was like the Tar Heel like burying Coach K with like his tombstone. I don't know what the hell that shit was.
Are you saying you're a closet North Carolina fan, kind of?
Dude, I was the biggest Tyler Hansbrough fan back in the day.
That team fucking pisses me off. God.
Dude, I love Tyler Hansbrough.
When he went to the Pacers, Psycho T, yeah. Psycho T.
Psycho T, dude, getting bashed and smacked in the face, too.
Ty Lawson,
Fucking
Wayne Ellington. He was a journeyman in the NBA. He had a good career in the NBA.
Yeah.
Wayne Ellington.
It was
the team was cool. Tyler Zeller. Team was fun.
Yeah, I was a big. I wasn't really a big North Carolina fan, but I was definitely like Tyler Hansbrough. He was my guy. Hey, Steve,
North Carolina team. Let's
welcome
go.
back.
Hey, Steve. What's up?
I hope you got our diaper parlay on Saturday. We smoked it for you. We fucking crushed it for you. So we hope you got in on that.
Yes, sir. Diaper parlay. It's a diaper dandy.
Diaper dandy.
It's a diaper dandy. Listen to this big fella. Look at Trevor. Look at him. That was like peak TV. He definitely fell off in his later years. Yeah. But I mean, like, he's a legend. You can't say he fell off. But
dude, his calls are always fantastic.
Like I remember like watching. I think that IU 05 North Carolina team. They came because Sean May's Scott May thing and. For that ACC Big Ten, he's like, "Oh my God, this place is going crazy!" He's like, "This is Assembly Hall, it's a diaper dandy."
I'll pop it away.
Look at the big fella. Okay.
Yes. Anyway, I got a little side tangent there, but
Georgia.
Yes, sir. Georgia Tech heads to Syracuse. Battle of the fucking shits. I'm not even interested in this game, but we can just make a pick on it quick. Write down Duke. All right, Minnesota's up 7. All right, so maybe my entire read was wrong, but they still have time to run out of gas. They still got time. All right, last possession. TCU down 21. Anything but a 3. Anything but a 3. Fuck it, just follow. There you go. Give it to the big man down low. There you go. 19. Good work, Cash Houston, fellas.
Let's go. All right. So 2-2 mitigated the night. Let's go. And I went bigger. I went bigger on Houston. Fuck yeah. Punk.
Yeah, it got sweaty in that first half, up 3. I was like, yeah, and they're probably not looking good. Then I look up and they're up fucking 18. Congrats on Houston minus 18.5.
By the hook, baby.
That's why he was sweating.
Yeah, he's like, I got to get out of here. I got to go fucking watch this game.
My Wi-Fi was tweaking.
You know who's tweaking is Ohio State right now. Fucking
I was about to say 59-51.
Yeah. It's all right. It's all right. We got time. 5 minutes for Minnesota to fall apart yet. They can still do it.
Oh, yeah.
We're on Georgia Tech, Syracuse.
Okay.
I got no real feel.
We're on
good for 35 minutes. Oh, I thought it was Georgia Tech, Syracuse.
Go ahead. We can do Georgia Tech because I don't give a fuck about this.
Did I miss
I go in KenPom. I just click on the time and go from first game all the way to last.
Did I miss any other ones or no?
No.
No.
Okay. We were on a tangent together.
Good.
Yeah,
good.
we we're talking 2009 North Carolina Tar Heel
CM
basketball.
Punk and Seth Rollins was absolutely giving on the first Raw
Hainsborough?
Netflix main event.
Just giving it.
These two teams suck ass.
Yeah, no, it was battle of the turds. I don't trust Autry. Georgia Tech's looked a little better, I guess. I mean, they steamrolled Boston College, beat Notre Dame. Didn't play competitive against Duke. Where was the last road game? Lost by 3 at North Carolina, and then Oklahoma smoked them by 15. If I had to, I would take Georgia Tech. Just they're better. Syracuse is just kind of free falling here. Their best win's Cornell. I mean, they've lost to any good team, and they've stepped up in competition. Just hasn't been pretty for them. I'm not sure Adrian Autry's the guy. So I'm going to write down Georgia Tech. I'm not betting this game.
Yeah, I'm not betting this game. Gun to my head, give me Syracuse. Georgia Tech on the road, 0-2. I'll go with that angle, but I'm not betting this game.
Yeah.
I might swerve in that corner. Whoa. I'm gonna let it go. Fuck you guys. Give me the orange.
Fuck, what? I went for the orange.
Oh shit! I thought you said Georgia Tech. My bad.
God damn.
You guys are fucking dumb.
My bad.
Yeah.
I wrote down. I'd rather bet the other orange team, but I wrote down the orange in a pick. I did not just place it like my first 3 bets that I gave out.
Fair. Yeah, so that's enough of those fucking shit turd programs. What we got next? Miami, Ohio. Okay, Mr. Ball State. Miami, Ohio heads into Ball State.
Well, who was right about Ball State on Saturday? I called that game out of nowhere too, and remember I was like, "Whoa! You skipped the 1 p.m. slate. Something was going there, right?"
This is stinky.
I tried to middle it, got cute, and took Kent State live money line a little bit. Just nothing crazy, not as much as the first pre-flop bet, but that's the only thing that scares me. Ball State, or is it the right momentum for Ball State? Miami, Ohio, much better team. This is obviously a big spot for Ball State. Mike Lewis is tweeting out. He just bought everyone's, all the students, their Chick-fil-A. They get a beer if they're 21. They get a drink and then a T-shirt and all this shit. He bought everyone's stuff. He tweeted it out. So this place probably not going to be rocking. Speaking from experience, not many people are going to these games as much as you expect.
Why don't you go to your alma mater? Big game tomorrow.
The Bird's Nest isn't that bad. Too many better games on. Sorry.
It's a Friday night game.
Yeah.
How far is Muncie from you?
Well, from when I grew up and drove to Muncie, it was only like 40 minutes from my parents' house. Now it's like an hour basically because I got to go down the loop.
That's not bad.
I'm a little more west. Yeah, it's not far at all. Everywhere's like Purdue's an hour or a little less than an hour from where I am, and then IU's like an hour, Muncie's an hour. So, but yeah, Miami, Ohio is the better team. Notoriously, Miami, Ohio wins this game, and I feel like Ball State looks at it from an angle of their little brother. But Ball State's won 4 in a row. They've got an away wins. I'll give you this angle. I think Miami, Ohio wins the first half and Ball State wins the game. And if it's vice versa, sorry about you, but I got it right. I'll tell you what, the person leading at half ain't winning this game. That's how this game's going to be. It's going to be a tight ass game, but I'll take my Cardinals.
There you go. What's going on, Nick? Is this Coach Nick Sirianni in here? Hey, Coach. Sorry, my Packers got to fuck you up this weekend. I'm sorry we got to do it to you, but Super Bowl's back on. I gotten over the Bears loss.
Nick Sirianni's coming at Packers fans now.
Is he? Give us all the fuel, buddy. Give us all the fuel.
How's that feel, Chiefs fans? Sirianni's gotten likable again. It's kind of like had his Bryson DeChambeau ass thing.
Mason, you can leave. I'm just kidding. Congrats, you guys.
You know what? The Bears had to get a field goal.
the last 15 years, that win yesterday, you guys are up to a 6% win percentage. So proud of you.
Oh,
baby
that's
steps, got to start somewhere. But yeah, congrats, nice win. Santos 55 in the fucking.
You guys have gotten lucky on the easiest or probably the hardest thing to have in the NFL, a quarterback. So
lucky, it's just what we do.
Lucky, man. You guys
Hey, if the Magic Man never got hurt, we had Magic Man, and he would have led into somebody else, probably Rodgers. Instead, we had Favre, and then now we had Favre, Rodgers. Now we got Love, man.
Saying you got lucky. Like it's just like it's just what I mean. Every team is just a quarterback short of being a good team in the NFL. It feels like this year, other than your top 10s of the world.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Watson tore his ACL, but I mean, we're still good. Everyone remembers Jordan Love last year. We should have beat the fucking Niners, but whatever.
Fuck the NFL.
Is Tanner McKee starting on Sunday? Yeah, what are we doing here?
I hope not. I want Jalen. I want Hurts in there. I don't want no cheap ass win.
Oh, he said cheap ass win in the link. Cheap ass win in the link.
What happened? What happened in our Super Bowl run? Beat down Michael Vick. We didn't beat him down, but we beat Michael Vick and the Eagles in the link. Dude, everything is lining up. Everything is lining up the exact same way from that Super Bowl run to this one. Opened the season with the Eagles, 7th seed. Ended the season on the regular season with the Bears. Then we got to go to we have to play the Eagles on the road. And it's shaping up to where we got to play more than likely the Lions if we make it that far in the NFC Championship on the road. We played the Bears and we beat them there. Jay Cutler, sorry about your luck. BJ Raji, pick 6 to the house, fucking game.
I remember that play. I remember where I was exactly when that happened.
Play.
We'll talk at about 6:30.
Yeah, what are we doing here? We got to talk about the bird's nest because this man is going all crazy. Elliot doesn't have to worry about it, and I don't want to worry about the fucking NFL.
I got the week off.
Gus Bradley's gone.
That's what good teams do. That's what good teams do.
Chris Ballard needs to be gone. It's been 10 years of fucking mediocrity. We deserve to be winning AFC South. Don't get me fucking started about this because I'm so goddamn pissed.
That's what good teams do.
Yep, that's right. That's right. I've won thousands of dollars on the Chiefs, because that's what we do. You bet on people that like that. I wish I grew up in time to bet on Peyton Manning and Tom Brady in their prime. But anyway, Ball State, they win the game. Miami wins in the first half, and I'm going to sprinkle that little wire-to-wire kind of parlay, and I guess not wire-to-wire would be, but whatever, the first half full game money line. And I like Ball State to win. And I will take maybe even the first – I'm going to take the first half, maybe the first half over too as well. I expect a good game. Miami's defense is pretty stout, but I expect Ball State's defense to be porous and Ball State to hit their threes because Miami really can't defend the perimeter. And I expect Peyton Sparks to eat here, the Ball State to Indiana transfer now back to Ball State. The prodigal son returned. He ate in that game against Kent State. He only had 6 points, but he was making big money plays with 12 rebounds, 12 defensive rebounds. So I expect him to dominate the glass against Miami tomorrow.
Fair. So we're taking whoever's down at half live.
That's fair. You guys can. I'm gonna do the parlay and I'll take Ball State.
And
over.
What's KenPom have this at?
Miami 73, Ball State 72.
1 point game. And what's the spread?
Or 74-73, excuse me.
Isn't it feel weird that Ball State's catching a point at home? It's only 1?
No. I think Miami, Ohio notoriously beats Ball State.
I was hoping that I was going to get like Ball State like plus 3.5.
Nah, and I think it might be a little overcorrection since the Kent State game. I don't think this Ball State team's good, but I'm going off the free booze angle. But do you know why they're doing that? It's because Miami, Ohio kicks Ball State's ass normally.
Yeah, and nobody shows up, so that's why they're doing it.
Well, I mean, the Birds Nets can get up, but yeah, I mean, Worthing just is a ghost town. But maybe I will go. I'm just kidding. I can't go tomorrow. All right, let's move on from Muncie.
Anyway, Bowling Green heads to Western Michigan. Bowling Green off of the blown game against Akron. Should have won that game. blew it. Western Michigan. Did they win their last game? I think. No, they lost to Toledo by 6. Yeah, Western Michigan's been just losing games left and right. Bowling Green. Last win was Morgan State against a D1 school. Oh no, turnover. Ohio State down 2. No big deal.
Western Michigan's only D1 win is against Canisius.
Yeah. And Bowling Green's catching points.
3.5.
Little odd, isn't it? Bowling Green beat them last year in Bowling Green by 5. And then they beat Western Michigan at home by 8. Why are they laying 3.5? Is it telling or trappy?
I think you're looking into it too much. Bowling Green's fucking 5-10, 5-8.
No.
West Michigan's 3-10. I think you're looking into it too much. This is a home spread.
A 3-10 team laying 3.5.
I mean, basically they're saying it's a pick 'em on a neutral.
I mean, it's a MAC. It's just a MAC team. And Western Michigan, I mean, they're 3-10, but look who they've played. I mean, outside of the games they won, and I mean SIU, Edwardsville, and South Dakota is like their worst teams they've played. I mean, that's not horrible.
They did play Dayton and St. Thomas tight on the road.
And games. I'm no bet for me on this one. I don't even want to pick a side, honestly.
If I had to,
I like the Bowling Green team, but 3.5 just feels weird. Bowling Green was up for Akron. Excuse me. And then wasn't Western Michigan up against Toledo on Saturday too?
Yep, they were also up like 20 something on Valparaiso and blew it.
Toledo was the right side, and that was a pick 'em. But they weren't. I mean, 1 to Toledo at home. That's kind of weird too, you know. Pick 'em.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Western Michigan minus 3.5, but I'm not betting it.
All right, I'm not betting it. I wrote down Bowling Green. I'm just gonna keep baiting the dog shittier team. That is the Western Michigan Broncos. So maybe I'm falling into something, but I'm not betting this game whatsoever. Ohio State took over again. They can get a stop here.
They stink.
He dribbled it off his foot. Oh, turnover. Here we go. Ohio State's got the ball. What are we going to do? Go to OT or we
Texas Southern up 5, Huffer.
Up 5.
You're fucking man.
That Houston play is probably coming through. Oh, 5, 8 seconds left.
It was 3.5.
Oh! No, he called timeout. Oh my God, Diebler called a timeout and he sank the throw.
What a stupid young guy move. Way to grandstand the fucking game, you piece of shit.
You
do not lose this by the hook.
You bozo.
The Houston parlay, shout out Cole. Oh my God, it's gonna lose by the hook.
Oh shit, they just laid it up.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll foul.
College kids.
No, I think they made it at the buzzer.
I think it's over.
Damn.
Fuck.
Damn, they can't. They did that shit in overtime and then just.
Wait, no, I had money line for Texas Southern. Let's fucking go.
Hey, there you go.
Hell yeah.
I had Texas Southern money line, Houston Christian plus 8.5, and then Houston minus 18.5. Shout out the Colby Dant pick Dundee TCE.
Hell yeah.
I didn't go too big on it, but that made my night kind of good. Fuck yeah. Let's go.
There you go.
After 2-2 day.
Central Michigan heads to Akron. Akron off the crazy road trip. I mean, the blown game at Princeton. You thought you were going to overtime. All of a sudden, it was registered as a 3. Then you came back from Bowling Green down 15. 1 late after you were trailing for 39 minutes of that game. Now you come home, you got to play a shitty Central Michigan team who are 1, 2, 3, 4 of their wins are from D2 schools, but they do have wins over South Alabama and George Mason. So this team's kind of fucking schizo.
Yeah, and they only lost to Marquette by 8.
Yeah.
And they lost to Stony Brook at home.
Also, Texas Southern's at the line. They're up 4 now. So if we did, I mean, Now they're up 5. So, woo, that
Good
would have
fall.
been a sweat there.
It's a good sweat.
That would have been a sweat. I feel good on the money line though now. Now that I have that, I thought I had -3.
Mason says Akron by 15.
Kind of with
They're laying 9.
I see 8, but 9-8, whatever.
I got
That's
8.5.
on DraftKings, I guess. Oh, super late whistle. Huff, it's looking like I should have took that money line instead of the -1. If he sinks his free throw, they're going to be up 1. Otherwise, we're going to OT more than likely.
This game kind of feels like an under game. Like I just
Coupon says home, so I don't know. Maybe it was. Wait, didn't Central Michigan host that weird ass home MTE thing to start the year? You might be.
I know
right.
Central Michigan kind of plays fast, but no, they just lost at home to Ohio in it was a close game though. But remember that Ohio coach? He came in like dancing all like kind of funny. This kind of feels like an under spot though, just because I think this team feels like Akron just kind of like holds them to.
Yeah, that Stony Brook game was in Mount Pleasant, so it was at home for Central Michigan.
Okay. Yep.
I like the under there. I think Central Michigan just maybe doesn't compete. Maybe even better than the 9.5 because it's still kind of a bet on the 9.5 because I'm betting on Central Michigan not to score as much in that full game. The only thing that scares me is that if Akron scores 80.
Yeah.
But I do like
7.
I do like Akron coming off the road trip. So Akron coming off the road trip at home, tend to relax a little bit. Could see, them not scoring as much. Both of them, I mean, they had to put forth a lot of effort to come back against Bowling Green. Central Michigan almost had that win outright against Ohio. So and that was at home. I think it ended up being a 2-point game. I could definitely see kind of an under spot with that. But if anything, it's probably going to be laying the points with Akron or the under.
Yeah. I'm more so like I just think Akron also defense shows up and Central Michigan doesn't score as much as we expect. It's not that much of a road spot to them to get to Akron though.
Yeah. I mean, you could see like a 80-64 game.
Yeah, and it still hits.
I mean, Central Michigan plays slow. If Akron's, just having an off night shooting, Central Michigan could slow this down. I mean, they got a size advantage. They fucking rebound really well. But the other issue is Akron forces turnovers, and Central Michigan is just coughs it up. So, I mean, there could just be a lot of dead possessions, a lot of wasted time on possessions that end in turnovers. Central Michigan could grab some rebounds and take away some second chance. So, yeah, I don't hate that underplay, to be honest. I hate playing totals, but I don't hate that under angle at all because we just gave away like 2 or 3 different angles for this game to go under. You would need Central Michigan to be hot for this to go over.
What is Central Michigan lane, or what's their 3-point defensive percentage?
Central Michigan, in conference, 21.7%. Their shooting percentage from 3 in conference. Overall, it is 33.1.
The defensive.
Yeah, shooting percentage wise, 33.1 overall, 27% in conference play so far.
Just trying to see how much they would give up to Akron because Akron hits like 11 a game.
Yeah, no, Crutch. I know. Akron plays really fast. I'm just saying if they.
I do like Crutch's Akron team total over.
There's like 5 different bets for that game now. I love it. All right, I'm gonna go. I like the under though, but I do see the point on Akron playing.
What do you like it at? 146? Is that what you?
I see 147 on DraftKings.
I got 147. Yeah,
I'm gonna write them all down and kind of see.
Yeah, we can move on though.
Yeah.
I'm
going to write down Central Michigan. I don't know. I just I think they'll just be able to grind this out and keep it close. Not going to bet this game though. So if you guys bet Akron, I'll root for you, but not going to bet it personally for me. Now we're back into some better games. We got Kentucky heads to Georgia. Kentucky off the big win, heading to Mike's Snow White, and they're off the Mississippi loss. put up 51 on the road. Now they head home. Their big wins, they beat Grand Canyon in a semi. They beat Notre Dame at home, St. John's on a neutral, lost by 11 to Marquette. Other than that, they've played anyone from Georgia Tech to South Carolina State, Buffalo. So they've played a whole bunch of different opponents here. Kentucky, little dead from that Florida game. I mean, that was a max effort, high intensity game. And now you got to hit the road immediately, go play Georgia, who's off of a loss, just went through a war. They're looking to catch something here. And a big Kentucky win, beating Kentucky would be huge for the resume, considering who they played. I mean, their best win is, St. John's bad, but other than that, you could argue Georgia Tech or Notre Dame's their other big win for the season here. I would what's the number on this?
155.5.
Oh, I mean spread. Sorry.
Oh, spread. 2.5 Georgia catching 2.5 plus 2.5.
Kind of like Georgia. It's just bad spot for Kentucky. I mean, you just went through a max effort game against Florida. You put up 106. You allowed 100. You immediately hit the road. They celebrated that second Florida win. That was the energy and momentum in that game was off the charts. You could feel the energy through the TV that was in that building. Now you're going to hit the road. This might be a little hangover spot. For
I just think that fucking Kentucky always beats the shit out of Georgia. Like I do agree with you on the spot. It just seems like Kentucky leads the series 132-28. I mean, I know that how Kentucky's always been better in Georgia at basketball, but they just always beat the fuck out of these teams. I don't know. But it's definitely a Georgia spot.
And it's just a weird spread, 2.5. Kentucky just beat Florida, and now they're only going to lay 2.5 on against Georgia. I know it's on the road now, but
kind of like the under in this game too. I'll write down.
That's a nasty Kentucky under.
Whatever. Georgia's different.
Yeah, I'm not saying Georgia's good, like they're an elite squad, but you talk about a get-up spot. You just went through a war against Mississippi State, head home, year off a loss, and you get Kentucky off of a massive win, like one of the bigger wins of the year for them, if not the biggest. Auburn, I guess if they beat them, that'd be huge too. But dude, that was neutral though. But this is at home, like they partied. They partied for this one.
Georgia money line for me. Putting a bet, Georgia money line. School started today, so students will all be back. Place will be lit as hell because football's over, so the students need to do something. Kentucky comes into town. They're going to get up for Kentucky, top 10 ranked team. I also wrote down the over 155. I think Georgia needs to come back. They'll respond well, put up a lot of points. Kentucky, if they're gonna have to put up points to be able to stay in the game. So I'm on, but my bet is gonna be Georgia money line.
Yeah, is this a spot where maybe we see how many points Georgia can get. You'll take the points if it gets up to 3.5, maybe 4 if it gets up that far. But I would say it's probably going to go up to 3.5, roughly 3. Or you just take the money line. Either Kentucky blows them out or Georgia just wins the game outright.
Yep.
I'm writing down a good money line, but I'm actually I'm not going to bet it, but I like the under in this game. I know it's gross. Hold your nose, but Georgia's got to win by controlling the pace, controlling possessions. I know, and I like Georgia's defense. I think it stacks well against Kentucky. Kentucky doesn't turn the ball over, probably because they fucking shoot in 10 seconds of having the ball. But Georgia's defense has to show up this game if they win. So, yeah. All right. Is that it for the 7 o'clock? I have nothing else for any MAC games that are left on the 7 o'clock.
Ohio Buffalo doesn't intrigue me. I mean, Ohio off that road win. Buffalo is just absolute ass.
I ain't laying 10 points with Ohio after the win, and I don't want to catch 10 with Buffalo. Just better
Yeah.
games.
Buffalo's played some tough teams, but I don't want to.
I might.
whatsoever.
I'm writing Buffalo plus 9.5 down. I might fire on that. It's their first home game in over a month. I think they could keep it within double digit.
Elliot said, "I might swerve hit the corner." Whoa.
I'm writing it down. I'm not betting it yet, but I just think it's a good spot. It's a good spot for Buffalo. I mean, they obviously just got their ass kicked at Miami of Ohio by 14. They basically got their ass kicked every time they've gone on the road. But their last home game was December 3rd against Pittsburgh Bradford, whatever that is.
And
Sounds like a D3 school.
I don't mind it. I definitely don't like it. I'm definitely not taking anything in Eastern Michigan, Toledo. Don't lay points at Toledo. I know they're the better, far superior team, but I don't want to catch 9 with Eastern Michigan. That feels like a trap too.
Yeah, Toledo at home is really good, but
That's 2 points for me.
Eastern Michigan's just been playing all right lately. I mean,
Same with
hit the road,
Penn State, Northern Illinois. Probably, I would lay it with them the most, but I don't want to take Kent State either. I just think it's a lot of points, and they are off that. They probably are pissed off after their home loss. So
yeah,
and Northern Illinois is leaving for the fucking Mountain West, and they just lost to Eastern Michigan. But
Northern Illinois only has one D1 win. It was against Monmouth.
they're horrible. They're always been horrible. They're horrible.
I'll write down Kent State. It does feel like a good spot.
Yeah, I'll write down Kent State, but it's just a lot of points. And so we can move on to now you're 7 o'clock Central, 8 Eastern.
Yeah, it's 7 o'clock. We haven't even gotten there yet. What was that? Kent State's laying 12?
12.5.
That's good. Yeah, I mean, Tulane UAB, that game does not appease me at all. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, those are the 2 teams I just don't really have a good I feel like I haven't had a good read on all year.
Yeah, Tulane's kind of came on here recently, which I don't.
But so is UAB kind of a little bit.
Yeah, but so is UAB. I don't know.
Yeah, UAB's being Prairie View, Louisiana, Alabama, A&M, Elkhorn, and Tulsa.
Yeah, but they played good against North Texas on the road.
Well, yeah, but North Texas plays so incredibly slow that
it was a 78-75 game.
Yeah, true. They hit their shots. I'll give you that. Lost Arkansas State by 9 in overtime.
It's slow.
Tennessee by 7.
I feel like UAB kind of controlled that pace considering that number, but yeah, that's a tough one for me. 8.5, a lot of points.
That Arkansas State game was bullshit. They were up by 28 at halftime.
28?
Yeah, they're up. I think they at the end of the half. I'm looking 25. They're up 25 at the end of the half, and Arkansas State came back, tied it up, beat them. It was terrible.
Yep.
But if anything, I'm not betting it, but I'd take UAB in the point. UAB land 8.5.
Sounds good.
What about an over?
Over.
Yeah.
There will be no. I'll write down the over, but no bet for me. I gotta move this to 8 p.m. now.
I could see both teams getting in the 80s.
7:30 actually should. All right. Start the 8 o'clock up. I'm getting tired.
Georgetown and Marquette. This feels like the spot Georgetown just gets creamed. Big wins. You've been winning nice win streak. You got to drop one eventually. You went to Syracuse, won, and then you went to Seton Hall and won. 2 very winnable games again for anybody. Now you're going to Marquette. That's a different animal. That's a different animal. I think. Yeah. I think Marquette just absolutely steamrolls them.
I'm with you. This is a letdown spot, and guess what game they're looking ahead to? Georgetown's looking ahead to Connecticut at home. They're going to be recruiting fucking people off the streets of Washington, D.C., from every suburb, from every incorporated city near it. They're going to try to bring people to beat Connecticut at home and fill up that arena for the first time. They're on their gauntlet right now. I like to call it Marquette, Connecticut, and then St. John's. 2 of those being an away game. Totally feels like a smash spot for Marquette. I am with you, Trevor. I will lay the points with Marquette.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to take anything away from Georgetown. They're vastly improved from what they've been in the last couple of years. So I'm not going to take anything away from it. But this just feels like a GG's game. Lose by 20 something.
Well, they also haven't lost since December 6th. They got their ass beat by West Virginia. This seems like a similar spot. Marquette's a better team too, and I totally think they're looking ahead to Connecticut because I think they actually can beat. Crazy to say, I think
with McNeely out too.
They can be competitive with Connecticut, man.
I would love Marquette to roll them because I'm gonna like Georgetown that much more against Connecticut too.
For sure.
And if they catch like 4 or 7 or something like that, they'll catch like a number like that against UConn, I bet.
Mm-hmm.
Then I like Marquette too. They also, I mean, they kind of struggled a little bit with that Creighton game, the last home game.
And they still beat them by 8, and they probably should have covered the number and beat them by 13.
So for that fact, I think they're going to get rolling a little bit with this Georgetown coming in.
Don't like Shaka as a favorite as I do as much as I like him as a dog, but obviously Marquette's not many dogs anymore. So yeah, let's go with the Marquette smash spot, maybe even a team total look too.
Yep.
Fly Eagles, fucking what are they?
Fly. No, that's the Eagles. They're the Golden Eagles.
You have to sing your opponent's fight song.
Sing it. Oh, he did kind of. He was liking it.
Uh-oh.
No, I was trying to find the harmony. Well, what's the Marquette stuff? That was wrong.
I don't fucking know.
UIC heads to Missouri State.
Both
Missouri State dropped 3 straight. UIC bogus cover against Belmont. Back-to-back road game here.
We're kind of in
Missouri State's got to win one, dude. Missouri State's got to get
UIC was kind of in that game the entire way, though.
Who was? UIC? Yeah. Well, anytime fucking Belmont got a lead, they just couldn't hang on to it. They go up 9 or 10, and then they give it right back immediately.
Well, I'm not betting this game because Missouri State's involved. Fuck that team. So you guys can have whatever you want. It probably is a Missouri State's feel, but I like UIC too.
Lang.
I think it's pretty telling.
I'm going to write down Missouri State.
I'm battling you, writing down UIC, and I'm not saying another word for this fucking game because I hate Missouri State.
I will say, Owosu Bonzu, or that big man for Missouri State. I think he'll be able to put up a good test against the UIC bigs. That's really the kind of the angle that I've looked at. The UIC bigs are the ones that have been really impressive, and I think Missouri State can match up well.
That's crazy. He's 4'4".
Who that Owosu Bonzu?
He's
He's massive, dude. He's so strong. But I think he can bang down low with UIC, both on the offensive and defensive end. I don't know. I want to bet Missouri State, but every time I bet Missouri State, actually, they were good to me against UC Santa Barbara, but that was a kind of an easy angle with a California team going to fucking Springfield.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think fucking Missouri State needs a win, dude. They need this win bad. And USC fought hard with Belmont. I think maybe they're just going to run out of gas eventually. I mean, Missouri State can't start 0-3 in conference play here.
Yep, I do like the desperate teams. I do like betting that angle too.
Just give me UIC.
All right. We battle.
The fire.
Let me get hot. I'm 1-0 on my last one. Battle with you.
Okay, are you just not counting the Saturday battle? None
of this 1-0 on my last one.
None of this cop out bullshit saying we both could have won. Nah, you fucking.
Hey, we could have. If they only missed 10 free throws.
How many times do I do a 5-unit max versus? I mean, never really. God.
Missouri State is also they're 0-3. They lost to Evansville first, then Valpo, then Bradley.
Oh, great! You should bet them. You guys should bet them then for sure. It's a good spot.
You know what? Fuck you. I might.
I just don't like fucking backing Kwanzaa Martin, but
I'll take UIC. Fuck them. Fuck Missouri State. Kwanzaa Martin's a Purdue guy. Ram it.
Ooh, Ohio State ball. All right.
There's a difference between pretty good guy and pretty good coach. He can be a pretty good guy, but I don't know about the coach.
I said he's a Purdue guy.
Oh, I think he's a pretty good guy.
No, I was waiting for him to get done. I was gonna be like, he said Purdue, but
Yeah.
Anyway, we got Utah at Iowa State. Iowa State slaughter. 18.5. This is gonna be just like Houston tonight. I think they're gonna win by 20 plus. I don't think we're gonna have to worry about the hook, but fuck Utah, dude. Utah's so goddamn bad. So bad. Texas Tech dismantled them. Iowa State's gonna fucking kill them in Ames. I don't care how desperate Utah is. They're fucking terrible.
Yeah, I'm not betting Utah. I'll write down Iowa State, a lot of points. Iowa State's probably been my most bet team this year. And they've been covering machines. I love them. Give me Iowa State as well. Not much else to it other than Utah sucks. And I think it looks like what I'm looking at, Utah's getting a lot of public bets right now. Like, okay, bet Utah plus 18. They're fucking horrible. That tattooed fucking guy is such a piece of shit. Sorry. It's true.
Dude, Utah's coach is terrible too. Like, he's got to go. He had one good year.
If I didn't have an 8:00 slate on Saturday, I probably would have been like Biff Tannen in Back to the Future 2 with the Notebook. So,
this is also Utah's first true road game.
Yep.
Oh yes, we circled this like a month, 2 months ago.
No, they played Baylor.
No, are you sure?
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
And then guess how that worked out.
156.
Yeah.
Yes, I will stay with the points. I'm not going to talk about it anymore.
Yeah, we can move on.
They could beat Oklahoma State because Oklahoma State is maybe worse than them.
Let's talk about the other Big 12 game, and it's not Kansas State. I'll wait for Elliott's rendition on that. Let's talk about the other Big 12 game.
Doing it again, Hasty. They covered for his little girl last time out.
Yeah, they did. South Dakota did. It was. Let's go, Hasty. The little girl diaper parlay, sponsored by Huggies. No, we're not sponsored by Huggies, but
I don't know what I do with a Huggies sponsorship.
Yeah, I don't know either. That's not really our good demographic for us, probably. Yeah.
Started me young, I suppose.
Sponsored by Hims.
Yeah, that diaper Indy play came through, and we need to send some diapers to Hasty.
Yeah, that was a nice parlay. I mean, it got dicey with that fucking Dixon play because they were slaughtering them. I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, then
I gotta ask: are you still doing your men's league? Will your daughter have to watch you? Are you taking a little time off from your normal men's league? I can't remember what day you leave. I know it's a weekday. Let me know what he said in the chat. On YouTube up on my phone for this one, unfortunately.
We got Tulsa at UTSA. Does that interest anybody?
No, I think he was interested in Cincinnati Baylor.
Yeah,
5.
Let's talk about the other Big 12 game. Fuck your Tulsa.
Cincy Baylor. Cincy, you shoot 63.5%, and you're gonna hit the road. I mean, and from the line, you're gonna hit the road. You don't get to the free throw line. Baylor's defense is pretty ass, but
Baylor lane 5.5.
Shooting worse.
It's a terrible number. I hate the 5.5, but
I do too.
I hate 5.5 and 6.5. Both of those numbers I hate.
Oh my god, Ohio State trap.
But Baylor is also off the loss. They just got their fucking ass kicked too. Given those at Iowa State, but they should be competitive in those games. I'll take Baylor, but I don't. And I watched the Cincinnati team. I should be able to just be like, no thought about it at all. But Cincinnati's kind of in a desperate spot here. I expect them to have more troubles like they did last year in the Big 12.
Yep, I'll take Baylor. You can lay it with Baylor. But I'm probably not going to bet this. The spot scares me. The spot scares me with Cincy. Cincy needs to win. They've lost.
They do.
They're
just so bad.
Yeah, I know.
Baylor's defense is terrible too.
Yeah. What are you taking, Stooley?
I hate the number, but I'm going to have to put Baylor down. Baylor at home.
Me too. I'm with you. Expect good defense in this game. That's why I kind of hate the number.
I also hate Baylor's new arena. I feel like I never want to bet when they play there.
I I hate the camera angle too. Sucks ass. They changed it this year. It's a little better this year, but still ass.
Oh, the first game they played in, it was horrible.
Oh, ruthless.
Baylor's missing two. I do remember seeing that.
Yeah, Celestine and Langston Love. I don't know if what they're going to be back, but that'd be probably another good angle to look into.
Wes Miller will start drinking again. He's fucking Street Fighters drinking again after this game. So now we can move on. Let's hear what else.
Baylor's interior defense is also pretty damn good, and that's where Cincy likes to get their points from. So, I'll go Baylor, but I hate that number.
I do too. It's my least favorite number, but it's off the bounce back spot, off the loss, get pieces back.
Nebraska heads to Iowa. Nebraska off the big UCLA win. Iowa just got face fucked by my Badgers. Nebraska away from home, not the same team.
Nope,
not the same team.
Give me Iowa minus 2.5,
3.5.
3.5.
I see 3.5 right now.
Opened at 1. Wow, they opened at 1.
Seen that far.
Oh, open at 2. Excuse me.
I don't know. I still think it's Iowa.
Yeah.
Although, man, fading Bryce Williams and Jawan Gary is scary.
Or should we just take blind overs with these Hawkeyes too?
Yeah. Bryce Williams and Jawan Gary can easily. But, I mean, they just beat UCLA at home. Like, this is another really party spot.
Nebraska doesn't score that lot of points. Yeah, I like Iowa.
Yeah, I like Iowa too. Students won't be back, but
are you sure they're not back?
No, they're still in the winter session. So
dude, they might be back, dude.
They could be, but right here it says spring semester starts January 21st.
You know what I'm.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Still though, they're good at home.
Yeah.
They did just score. What?
Basically, the students
85,
are back.
85 on a loss, so
Just depends.
this game will be like 80 to 70 something.
Yeah, you can look at team total for Iowa. Maybe I don't know what it would be, but that'd be another angle you could maybe look at.
Yeah, I don't love that as much just because Nebraska.
Yeah, but with Iowa laying 3.5, I'd say I'd just take it.
I don't want to take an Iowa under. It's never fun. You don't want that.
No.
Yeah, it's just a bad spot for Nebraska. You just beat UCLA and then you hit the road immediately for a Big Ten foe. It's a tough spot.
It's just like Nebraska last year, right, Trevor? Like they just don't. Tominaga. I expect them to maybe lose these next two. They lose to Purdue and then come back and beat the fuck out of Rutgers at home on January 16th.
Yeah. Nick, I'm working on it. I'm gonna try to start using a different program so we can stream on. Then adding graphics will be a lot easier than this. But it's in the works. If not this year, next year we're gonna level up. We're gonna go from D2 to D1 next year.
We're leveling up next year, and we're gonna develop a picks page. So we're gonna have all our picks at games. We're gonna try our best to do all that, and we'll have cooler stuff on the. We're leveling up each year. You should have seen us last year. We were like, "What the fuck is a podcast?" Now we're like, I'm laying down on my bed, like talking on my iPhone for like the first 3. Like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But here we are. So we're getting there, step at a time.
Minnesota just forgot to score the game and fouled up too.
Oh my lord!
How'd they foul?
Like
they were up 2, got fouled, missed both free throws, running up the court, and bets on Minnesota just grabbed the game.
Why don't I have this game on? What the fuck am I doing?
It's on FS1.
Had Raw on Netflix on. CM Punk won. Ledge. Let's hear about the other Big 12 game though from our Kansas State expert over there.
Yes,
They got it done.
want to know your thought.
Money line was a great play for me on Saturday, TCU Live, but I definitely did not bet that game free flop, unfortunately.
Yeah, Nick. No, we know you're not hating, dude. Don't worry.
No, yeah, no, we know, yeah, no.
You're good. You're good. Constructive
No, yeah.
criticism is something we take here.
Yeah, we take lightly, and I know you're not hating, and I'm normally never hating either. I just like fucking around. Oh my God, we got double OT for the Trevor.
Double fucking OT. Jesus Christ. No Dawson Garcia either. He's fouled.
That was kind of a good look on that floater 3 there.
It looked good. I was like, oh my God, that place is going to erupt.
There's no one there though. Fuck! Look, there's no one there.
Yeah. Yes, Kansas State hit us. Elliot. What do we got?
Also, did Hasty answer my men's league question?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He said, "I'm still in the squad. I'm taking a break for a couple weeks at least. The young boys are going to have to win without the old man."
That was an experience. How are they going to handle these late game situations?
Well,
Coach.
what's happened is they lose 2 in a row. They're like, "Oh shit, we're missing." The whole media is going to be talking about where's Ryan Hasty. It's going to be all the talk of the town on those.
Exactly.
Roy Taylor will be talking about it and stuff.
I actually watched Speak today to see what would happen.
Dude, it was awkward. Keyshawn's throwing a baseball pitch to start, and they're like all moving awkwardly. It was so awkward.
It was very awkward.
The stuff that's getting unearthed is funny, and the clips are funny. Like Emmanuel Ocho, like just like doing his monologue and sniffing his fingers. Like, oh
yeah. And he's just tweeting like we have no idea what's going on last night.
Also, fucking Speaks always lining up before the pregame show, and Fox Sports normally has the first game on at 6:00 or 6:30 when we're doing the pregame show, and then fucking Speaks always on. What kind of TV show is named Speak?
An unoriginal one.
All right, let's move on.
Sorry, Kansas State.
Yeah, Kansas State. Let's move on.
Yeah. So first thing, immediate reaction is probably bet the under. It's sitting at 146.5, I think.
Yep, 146.
146.5. I haven't been impressed with Oklahoma State's offense, but they can guard pretty well. I think K-State back-to-back road spot might struggle to put up some points. They obviously struggled against TCU to put up points. But I really think it's even though K-State started out 1-1, or they've started out 1-1, and Oklahoma State's 0-2. I think it's a desperate spot for both teams because this is one of those games where K-State needs to get. This is probably one of the only other road games that they can win. That TCU loss is going to hurt really bad just because we were in control of that. That was another one that I thought we could get on the road, which then kind of helps out in the long run if you can steal a couple road games. So it's hard to say, given that. I just haven't been impressed with Oklahoma State at all. If it wasn't my team, I'd probably bet K-State. Take the points, take the 2.5. Might end up coming down just to the game, just the same as the TCU game, 1 point game, 2 point game, something like that. But first initial kind of my initial reaction is probably bet the under. I see this, first one to 70 probably wins.
I don't think Oklahoma State's going to sniff 65.
Yeah,
they're terrible.
Yeah,
Kansas State's desperate as hell. They already played a physical team in Cincinnati, got the win. Heartbreaker against TCU. Oklahoma State's terrible. They're terrible. They're coming off 2 wars, Houston and West Virginia. And now you get a Kansas State team that's playing better. Coleman Hawkins is actually starting to play better. I think I'm with you. I'm over this Kansas State team. It is weird that they're laying points. Oklahoma State team. It is weird they're laying points, especially with how bad they've been. Like maybe their defense can just muck it up against Kansas State, but it's their offense you got to worry about at the end of the day.
Yeah,
and even at home.
I would say this is a money line spot for K-State, but I almost feel like you'd want to take the 2.5, just because we struggle with late game situations. We just don't really run an offense. Late in the game, it's kind of more of like a, hey, Doug, take the ball, try to make something happen, or hey, let's go to isolate Coleman, try to make something happen. And we don't really have a good flow there at the end of the game for late game situations. So that's my concern with like taking the money line. That's why if you were going to bet K-State, you probably want to take the 2.5, even though it's a small number.
This feels like a dog that the line is going to shrink overnight.
Yep.
So you want to play it now.
Yeah, you want to play it now. I also think that the other thing that you could look at playing is you could this is kind of a typical spot where you could play you could play both sides and kind of get you could middle not even middle, you could just basically arbitrage the both money lines, because you could probably get it's going to be a game of runs. I think, Oklahoma State might smack them in the mouth at first, and then K-State will probably come back, take a lead, but then who knows what's going to happen at the end of the game. But you could probably smack each of them at like plus 150 probably.
Yeah.
But
I'm with you. It's a weird line, but I'm gonna take Kansas State. This is their, like you said, one of their better shots of the year to get a road win here. Oklahoma State is just bad. Like,
yep,
they're terrible. They're terrible.
I mean, the big thing is you got to get this road game, because then like you look, we go at KU, loss, at Baylor, loss, at Iowa State, loss, at BYU, loss, at Utah, maybe, because it's the second night, or it's the second of the Utah trip, and then at UCF maybe to end the season. And then at Cincinnati, loss. So it's like you get this can then help you. Houston. We have Houston on Saturday. So Houston at home on Saturday. If you lose that, but you won the Oklahoma State, you make up that one game that you've lost at home. That's the big thing, is protecting home court. So,
with you. I'm not going to argue any of that. I'll probably bet Kansas State, to be honest. So this will be one of the couple bets I have for today or tomorrow so far.
I got nothing. This feels like a live bet for me on the angle on Minnesota, but I'll take you on that on the under. I like it.
That under is probably my favorite play out of any of them, if I was going to bet the game.
Fair.
Because, like you said, if Oklahoma State can't score 65, and K-State's been a pretty solid defensive team, but if Oklahoma State can't score 65, or if they score 65, K-State has to score 80 to get that even close to the 146. And I don't see that either. So,
that under is probably a better look, to be honest. This could be a nasty game.
All right. Let's move on to the 9 o'clock slate, 9 Eastern, 8 Central, and then we got
the BYU. Is this a spot where BYU we've kind of been talking about this throughout the year? A team plays Houston, next game they're just beat up. They struggle. Texas Tech, big win at Utah. Utah has officially been demasked as an absolute fraud. So is this a BYU bounce back spot, or is this a
This is a Ken Palm system play, maybe?
Let me see. I wasn't even looking at that.
Texas Tech 77-76 on Ken Palm. Oh, it opened at -2.5, so never mind.
Okay.
But the line is at 3. That's why I saw it.
But if Texas Tech is a 1-point favorite, right?
Yeah, it's a 3.5 difference. Yeah,
it's 3.5. So that's system.
Yeah. But man, that system I noticed worked out of conference. I don't know how it'll work in conference play.
Yeah, that's true.
Still
Ken Palm doesn't, as much as he's great in the analytics, like in the conference, it is different. It's all spots, and until like the teams give up. And
I'll write it down for system play to track it. Then we'll kind of track this conference. I mean, if you want to, I can't really tell you no. It's been a solid system. I mean, it's like plus 12 in the 10 to 12 in the win-loss column. So it's been solid this year, but I want to see how it works in conference play. But I also just something about a team who just played Houston just got beat, just shit beat out of them. And Texas Tech can play physical defense too.
Yep.
So, but I would side with BYU. I mean, you come home where you play a lot better. What's Texas Tech 3-point looking like?
I like the first half over in this game too, just because I expect a lot of points. But I like BYU here. I'll take BYU.
Yeah, I'm gonna write it down. I probably will lay off this. But I mean, Texas
They
Tech
got
does
another
give
thing
up a fair
coming
amount of threes
they
too.
If they just beat Utah like that, they come into BYU. It's a little different.
Expecting the same thing, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a pretty impressive road trip to get both of those wins. I thought they would drop one, so I'm gonna lean towards BYU minus 3.5. Could be a good maybe a little money line parlay, maybe like a little 3-teamer with some short home favorites that I might throw together, something like that. But no bet right now, as of right now. But
yeah, I'm with you. But
right.
I would gun to my head. It's BYU over Texas Tech.
Let's soak it.
SMU heads to UNC. UNC sucks. They just hit they were losing and they hit a and 1-3 to win on the road. SMU plays fast, can fucking score buckets. UNC has 0 defense. SMU team total, maybe?
The over's 166. Holy shit.
166. SMU's team total is 80.5. Is North Carolina's defense really going to stop them? I mean, they lost at home, put up 62 on Duke. Otherwise, LSU on a neutral, they put up 74. Longwood 98, 103 on Boston College. Virginia only 63, but that's a slow team. Washington State 77. Baptist 79. Put up 79 on Mississippi State. They did lose to Butler, but scored 81 on Greensboro. I think they can put up 81 on North Carolina. North Carolina's fucking defense is terrible.
students will be back.
I don't care. North Carolina's ass. Even when the students were there, they weren't that.
They start back the next day. I'm just saying sometimes that can be a lit home environment and can kind of shock, kind of stun the people, especially if it's SMU's. It'll be one of their first trips, probably to North Carolina, being in the ACC now.
I just don't like North Carolina. Their defense is bad. Trimble's been out.
6.5. That seems like a lot.
Does North Carolina's laying? Why are they laying that many points? Just because their name.
I know. And that Duke boat race.
Or the SMU's basically an American Athletic Conference team in basketball.
Yeah. I mean, this is their first.
But North Carolina doesn't play defense.
Pretending to be an ACC team. Not that the ACC conference is much better.
Yeah, but I mean, like SMU already traveled to Boston College and smacked the shit out of them by 26.
Come on.
So
I don't know. Maybe this year it's a closer comparison. Maybe this year it's a closer comparison than other years. But yeah, Mason's saying SMU got smashed by every other P5 basically. Yeah, but North Carolina doesn't play defense. That's not what they do. They don't play defense. They're just going to try to outscore you. And now you're missing Seth Trimble. SMU is off of an embarrassing loss that they want to avenge. North Carolina is a huge game going to them. I think they can score points. I think they can cover this.
And SMU beat, I mean, they aren't the best, but they did beat Virginia by 12, and they did beat LSU by 10. So they've gotten multiple double-digit wins by two other Power 5.
And SMU against LSU is a system play game too. Yeah.
So, like I'm not trying to talk like North Carolina up at all. Like I think it's too much, but then it scares me. I think probably the team total that you had said is probably the best angle for this because North Carolina doesn't play fucking defense.
Yeah. Is this a better angle to back a team total for them to get 81 on a team that doesn't play defense? Or if they're gonna get the 81, they should be able to cover that 6 though.
I don't know because you gave up 89 to Duke. North Carolina could fucking score.
Yeah, I mean, but Duke also plays defense and held them down. I mean, if North Carolina scores 89, I think SMU can score at least 84, 85.
Yeah, the only thing I would hate, I don't know, I would probably feel better about the team total because if it's close, I think it's going to be a high-scoring close game. And if it's a smash and North Carolina's just hitting everything, it's not like they're going to play defense. They're just going to let them score and keep scoring.
Yeah.
So it's like they're not going to lock down. So it's like I feel like personally I'd rather play the team total SMU because if, they hit 82 and then somehow North Carolina fucking 95 to 82 or 94 to 82, 90 to 82, and you're like, well, damn it, why didn't I hit that? Or shit, it could be 104 to 90.
Yeah. Honestly, it
But-
sounds like all roads lead back to over 166.5.
True.
If both score 80 at least, I think they both can.
Yeah. 83 to 84 will get you there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna rate the over. I hate playing full game totals, but yeah, if I think SMU can score 81, I think there's no reason this shouldn't hit 170.
Only reason SMU can hang in this game is down low on the boards, though. In my opinion.
Yeah.
I know they shoot pretty well, but that's what their advantage lies is down low.
Especially against North Carolina.
Yeah, they don't play that game.
Obviously, that's why Duke punked them because Duke's kind of got everything. You know, they've got down low presence and they got the guards. So that's where they're able to handle SMU. So they were
I'm not gonna bet this game. I like the SMU look. Probably gonna be a live bet for me. I like the look. I just something feels weird about this game to me in my head.
Fair.
And
Chad, drop your play. If you had a gun to your head, you got to pick a play in this game. I want to see what everyone else thinks of this.
Yeah,
So,
and if you guys we've kind of went through every game, but if you hopped in a little late and missed a 7:00 game, feel free to ask about that too.
Yep. Okay, we'll get the next one's going real quick. Auburn at Texas.
10.5.
11.
Texas, I mean, I guess Auburn's not at the Jungle, but
Yeah, it's at Texas.
they just dismantled Missouri. That was basically a home game for them against Purdue. Smashed them, smashed Ohio State. Duke beat them on a neutral, but smashed Memphis. Beat up North Carolina. Iowa State was a tight game. They were down. Fucking what? 18 on that game. What did he just hit a? Oh my god! My -1's gonna push. Are you shit?
Yeah, dude. I'm sick for you. I just was like,
oh, they're gonna foul. They're gonna foul. Look at him. He's drawing up plays. They're gonna foul.
How much time's left?
There's
Lily .1. They have to foul before the inbound. That's the only way.
They're gonna do it. Look, they're drawing up plays. He's gonna fucking do it. Come
No,
on.
they're gonna throw it down the whole.
Hey, Ben
court.
Johnson, what the fuck are you drawing up at .1?
I don't know.
They're just gonna chuck it down to the other side of the court.
Yeah, Mason. They did just turn into stuff.
No, literally foul them right when they're walking up. Not even when they inbound. Just right when they're walking up. Just like foul them. Yeah, just get a tee. Yep.
They could.
I would rather bet the SMU North Carolina game than this one. I don't want to fade Auburn, but I feel like it's a lot of points. So no bet for me on this one either. Oh,
How depressing. How depressing. I need to just start laying the juice with these money lines and stop taking these ones. God damn.
also he got that off. There's no way that's actually
No.
how. I mean, like the fact that he got that off. The score clock counted that way too late. He didn't catch it and stop and then shoot it with .1 left.
Yeah. Damn it. That ball didn't bounce off the rim 3 times and fall through. It would have been time to foul. But Mason saying SMU no bet. Crutch saying UNC probably for him. Yeah.
I know Crutch. I'm feeling it too. Something weird about that game. But
Crutch, you're the totals guy. 166. What do you think of that? But yeah, I don't. Auburn's really fucking good, but their one true road game they lost at Duke by 6. I'm not saying Duke and Texas are the same teams, but
No,
they've only had one true road game.
I'm just saying. I really want to see if I can. I'm gonna do some research on this, but home dogs laying double digits. I just want to see what that is, like what the rate is of that hitting, because that just seems like a lot of points for me.
Texas
I mean,
sucks.
Texas A&M just beat them by 20.
Texas fucking sucks. And they're only going off the Connecticut because that was their most competitive game. They played at home and they lost by 11 exactly, and they lost by Ohio State by 8 too. Oh, I'll write down Auburn. No bet for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna write down Auburn, but something just doesn't feel right about this.
Something doesn't feel right about the UNC game. Something doesn't feel right about the Auburn game. I felt really good about the
I'll
earlier.
take Texas in the points, but I'm not betting it right now. I think it it might go up a little bit. So if you wanted to do that, you could.
We got LSU heads to Missouri. Missouri lost to Illinois in a neutral, and then lost to Auburn on the road, which it is what it is. They did beat Kansas at home. Otherwise, they've really played nobody. LSU's been all right. I mean, Vanderbilt seems to be a wagon. So, I guess we'll do that. They did lose to SMU semi-neutral. That was that game we talked about. Pitt on a neutral. It's Missouri's schedule. Whenever they stepped up in competition, other than the big Kansas game, when they came to them finally, they beat them. Other than that, Auburn smashed them. They hung with Illinois on a neutral, but lost to Memphis. Otherwise, they played nobody. Alabama State, Jacksonville State, LAU, Lindenwood, Pine Bluff, Pacific. I mean, they don't play people.
Nope.
LSU both off a loss.
7.5 is just another number that I just don't really like.
I'll lay it. No bet with me either.
Yeah, I am leaning towards backing McMahon instead of Dennis Gates.
I'll take the points, but I'm not bet. I don't have a firm bet on it yet, at least.
This game's sneaky ass. Yeah, kind of. I think it's like a tier above.
That's right. I think they just Missouri randomly gets up for this game because it's ass. They got LSU's dick. Missouri's kind of dick too. LSU's defense is a lot better than they have in the past, but no bet for me. But we do got a much better SEC game. Mississippi State, Vanderbilt, both 13-1. Vanderbilt's catching one on some, laying one on some, whatever you got it at. It's basically a pick 'em.
Yep, I got plus 105. I'm seeing for Vandy.
I like Mississippi State. I think Vandy just had their statement SEC win on the road at LSU. You're going to come home. Mississippi State's just this team plays fast. They have great offense. They still have that great defense. I think they're a somewhat same team, but they're a totally different team than what they normally have been in years past, is playing slow and grind you out defense. I think they get the win.
How the fuck did they lose to Butler?
I don't know. Fuck Butler. I bet Mississippi State that game. That's why.
That's how that
Butler's
was.
My fucking kryptonite, dude. If I fade them, they win. If I back them, they fucking just get the shit kicked out of them. I hate that team. Does Vandy have any fan base yet? I mean, they've got to have more than they had before, but I don't really know. I mean, I think there'll be more people there than usual.
I'll battle you and take Vandy, but I really like this game. It's gonna be a fun ass game.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Could be an over as well.
Yeah, I think I'd lean towards Mississippi State.
There we go.
If we can lean on this show,
we can do whatever the fuck we want. You can lay DraftKings. You can get money line for Mississippi State minus 112, or you can lay minus 1.5 for minus 112.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I catch so many anomalies like
You'd be an
that
idiot.
on the sports books, like stupid ass ones, like alt lines, and then like randomly the most highest like alt line will be like the least. They'll be like the worst odds, like.
Or I'll catch it sometimes too, like on different bets. Like if you do like say you're doing like a point total, some people will have like point total over unders, and then some people have alternate points. And if you look at like the alternate points 20 plus, and then you look at the point total over 19.5, it'll be different. You can save yourself 10 cents, 15 cents, 20 cents, stuff like that.
Shop around, but you also got to shop the same book. It's fucking ridiculous.
But all right, we're battling on that one. Let's round out the 10 o'clock show.
New Mexico heads to Wyoming. New Mexico off of that top 5 game of the year so far, in my opinion.
That was all. Yeah, in New Mexico live money line. Oh, that was fun, man.
the fucking final Donovan Dent assist on that last play. I'm not sure how they really graded that an assist because he meant to pass it to him and nobody gained possession but him. Maybe, I don't know, but shout out them for grading it an assist.
Kind of rolled the ball to him. He kind of rolled the ball to him a little bit.
Yeah, that was crazy. We're getting to that game, Mason. We'll probably hop into that after this, but Wyoming's a good team. I know they just went to Air Force. They won by 5. I mean, Air Force can be a weird place to play. Air Force sucks, but this is a big game for Sundance here. I mean, they beat Nevada at home by 3. Nevada hung with New Mexico. New Mexico's got to hit the road. This is, I mean.
Yeah, give me Wyoming plus 6.5. I think New Mexico is looking to go back to the pit on Saturday when they get San Diego State coming into town. I think New Mexico just kind of wants to survive and advance this game, especially after squeaking out that win against Nevada. I think it's a good sandwich spot. I think Wyoming can kind of get up, keep it within 2 possessions here. So give me the points with Wyoming.
Yep, I'm with you. Wyoming for me on this one. I'm also a Sundance.
I'm going to battle you guys on this one as well too. I don't like this. I'm just writing it down. I'm not going to bet this, but because New Mexico's already that was enough money I needed to bet on Saturday or whatever, Friday night, whatever day that was, Saturday morning, I guess. But I think this Wyoming team is good, better than they started off at in non-conference play. I expect them to be somewhat competitive in the Mountain West, but I don't know. This kind of feels like New Mexico wins this game and squeaks it out with fouls. But the only thing that scares me about it, too, is New Mexico's won 5 in a row, and 2 of those being on the road, both Mountain West teams. So, I'll just
they can win on the road. They just got to only win by 6.
Yeah, I'm with you, Elliot. I'm not on it per se just yet, but I did write down Wyoming plus 6.5. I like that spot. Michigan UCLA.
What?
Michigan UCLA.
At 10:00. I'll take UCLA off the loss.
Michigan got lucky to escape USC. USC just didn't get a single shot the last 3 minutes.
Tough travel spot. They've been boozing in LA, smoking way more expensive weed than there is in Ann Arbor, Michigan. That's legal. So, I'll take USC or UCLA.
Yeah,
I'm with you. Michigan's got to lose eventually.
I'll take UCLA.
And then I'll
pissed off Mick Cronin at home.
Yeah. And I don't have anything else for the 10. I mean, you didn't talk me into something, but I don't have anything else for Boise State or St. Mary's. I hate that St. Mary's team.
Boise kind of screwed me this year. UNLV sucks. LMU just got smoked by Gonzaga. St. Mary's, I don't know. St. Mary's I can't really get a grip on. They're not good. I think LMU's all right. I don't think they're amazing. They've kind of hung in some of these games, minus the Gonzaga one, but total fuck up on my end backing LMU Saturday after the Oregon State win. That was a foolish decision.
I like Boise State here. I think they need a bounce back win after losing that game at home to San Diego State, second home game in a row. Have not been impressed with UNLV whatsoever.
No.
So I like backing Boise in this spot.
UNLV's also won 4 in a row too, and they hung tough against Dayton. I don't love the number, but I could be talked into it. I just wrote down Boise with you.
Yeah, I'm not betting it right now, but just off that, it looks like I have 7.5 at -105, so maybe that could come down a little bit. We'll kind of see.
I see 7 on DraftKings right now.
7, yeah. So,
and I would not be betting UNLV.
No.
It would be Boise or nothing.
If anything, it's Boise. I like the spot there. I think they can't lose a second home game. And UNLV is not very great. The only thing that's worrisome is they got at Utah State on Saturday, which is kind of hard. But at the same time, when you've already lost that home game before, you can't really be looking ahead because you lost a home game. You got to for it.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it. Anyone got their plays ready? Let's roll. Fire them up.
I can go. First one, I got NC Central minus 3.5 standalone. I got Xavier money line plus 110. I've got West Virginia money line plus 120. Florida minus 1.5. Georgia money line plus 114. And then I also have Akron minus 8.5. Haven't bet that one yet. Iowa State minus 18.5. Missouri State minus 2.5. The K-State, Oklahoma State under 146.5. And then I might add a few more, but that's kind of all that I've got so far.
Fair. Huff, you want me to go or you got it?
Yeah, I can go. With Elliott on the standalone. I got Florida, probably my best bet. Clemson, West Virginia, Syracuse, Ball State in that first half. Money line, Miami, Ohio. BYU minus 3.5. Iowa State laying the points. Baylor laying the points. And Iowa as well, minus 2.5. Bets I wrote down but have not taken: Xavier, Marquette, UIC, SMU, New Mexico, UCLA, minus 2.5, which I actually really like. Probably will take that. Auburn, Missouri, Kent State as well too, and UAB over. And I might end up taking Vanderbilt as well too. We'll keep an eye on that. Sleep on that Vanderbilt Mississippi State game.
All right. I am also. I think we're squad riding NC Central here. Day game. I don't hate the team total over. So I'll back NC Central one way or another. But currently 3.5. Florida minus 2 also. West Virginia plus 2. Marquette minus 12.5. Iowa State minus 18.5. Auburn minus 10. Mississippi State money line. And then I'm gonna look to back SMU one way or another. Team total or the spread. One of the two. And Kansas State plus 2.5 also on my radar. But the 3 bets: NC Central, Florida, Marquette, Iowa State, Auburn, and Mississippi State so far.
Love it.
Do a little favorite.
Yes, yeah, for Denzer. Yes. We didn't forget about you, Denzer. My favorites. Huffer just alluded to his, so I'll pick something else. I will go.
Florida minus.
That's why I did it. I didn't forget about you, Denzer. I'll still say
Florida minus 1.5. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Or money line.
All right, so that's your favorite, Huff?
For now, yeah. I might have a couple. Might have one more. You
All
guys.
right, well, I'm gonna take Florida then, unless
No,
you just did that.
I just did. I'm just saying I might have.
Oh, okay.
You can have 2 favorites.
Well, we're all going to pick one for him.
Yeah, go
if I'm not going to, I'll take my other favorite. Will be. Let's go Iowa State minus 18.5. Utah fraudulent headed to Ames. Recipe for disaster.
And then for me, I'll give I really like that K-State Oklahoma State under 146.5. I think that's probably one of my favorites for sure.
Sounds good. All right, so
I'm gonna also do a money line parlay of UCLA and Iowa as well too. 2 Big Ten late spots.
Yeah. The other thing I was just thinking of, probably also do a little money line round robin of some short dogs. So Xavier money line, West Virginia money line, Georgia money line. I might do a little 3-team round robin.
What about Georgia? Yeah.
For the home dogs, those 3 home dogs.
Sounds good.
I like those 3 in a round robin.
All right. So our favorites. I've got Iowa State 18.5. Huffer's got Florida minus 2, and Elliott's got the OK State K-State under 146.
Minus 1.5.
Oh, is it 1.5? Oh, yeah.
Minus 1.5. Minus 2.
Minus 2. Hey,
no, we just seen what happens. You need all those half
We're not
points.
pushing.
You never know.
Yep. So, all right. Great show. Everyone, appreciate you joining. Mason, Coach Nick Sirianni, Crutch. I think who else? Let me see.
Chad
Hasty
G.
was in here. Chad G was in here. We got Penny Packer, Denser earlier. Good luck with your recovery, Mason, and Denser too. Hopefully all's well. You guys get back to normal and back to rocking and rolling. But yeah, thanks for joining, fellas. See you guys later. Catch you in the TCE chat if anyone moves on over to there. So
Absolutely.
good luck.
See you
We'll
there.
see you guys tomorrow.
Let's have a day.
Toodles.
Toodles.